Hey everyone, in this video I'm going to show you how you can set up form submissions without using a custom server like PHP or Node.js. We are going to be using a service called Formspree, which is absolutely free and very easy to set up. Now the ideal way to handle form submissions is by creating your own server using PHP or Node.js or any other backend that you like, but they are actually pretty good for large scale applications. But if you have a portfolio website or a landing page, then you don't really need to go through all that complex setup. You can just use a third party service like Formspree to set everything up. Now, to get started, all you need to do is visit their website. So just type Formspree on your favorite browser and you'll see the website. Open it up. Now, you have a couple ways to get started. You can just directly sign in or click on this Get Started button. I'll click on it. If you don't already have an account, you can just create one by using your name and email and all that. They won't ask you for your credit card or anything else. Now, I already do have an account, so I'll just sign in with my account. I'll enter my email, I'll enter my password, and I'll just sign in. Now, these are all the forms that I already have, and if you already have your forms, you'll see the list. Now, you have a couple options. You can either just create a new form or a new project. And the difference is that if you only have a single form in your website, you will use new form. But if you have a large website and it has something like 4 or 5 forms, then you can just create a new project and handle all of them inside a single project. Now for our case, I'll just click on this new form. And now we need to name our form. So I'll just name it testing. And then we need to provide the email address where we want the form submissions. So I'll just use mine and I will create the form. And it was that simple. Now here you have the documentation. You can read it if you want, but I'll just explain to you what you need to do. So inside the form tag that you have in your HTML or your React or whatever project you have, you need to enter two things. First, you need to select the method post, which is every time the case if you want to handle form submissions. And the second, the most important thing is you need to provide the action attribute. So action basically tells the form where do we need to submit the form entries. Now in our case, this is the ID, this is the URL for our form. If you create a different form, this ID will be different and the URL will be different. So every single form that you create with Formspree will have this different URL. So you just need to copy it and add it to your form tag just like this. Now they have examples for everything. Like for HTML, we need to do like this. Then we have for React, we have for Ajax request and all that. So you can take a look if you want, but in this demo, we are going to take a look at the HTML part. So let's see. Now for our demo purpose, I already have a form created and here's the code for that. You can find it in the link in the description. And I also have a video where you will learn about different input types and how to create a form like this. But just to save our time, I already cloned the repo so we don't have to waste the time creating this form, and this is the form that I have right now. So we'll create the submissions for this form. For that, like I said, you need to do two things. You need to go to your form and add two attributes. First one is method, which will be post. And the second, the most important thing, is giving it the action attribute, and the value for the action attribute comes from our Formspree form. And for this form, we have this URL. So you can just copy it, go to your form tag and paste it here. Now just save it. And if you go to your form and submit something, so let's say my name is John. Let's take the example this. Am I graduated or not? No. Let's say I know everything except Python. Let's select the date of birth. I'll just select a random one. and then URL, I'll paste my portfolio. And when I click on send, you can see it says the form was submitted successfully, and you can just go back. Now if I go to my form on my Formspree, you can see we have different tabs here. You have settings where you can see different things where you want to submit the form and other settings too. Then you have a few more things, but the important one here is submissions. Now when you go on the submission, you will see all the submissions that you have for your form. Like I just submitted it once and here it is. You can see the date that I entered. The date when I submitted the form is this right now when I'm recording. Then the date of birth that I entered was this. Graduation is no. Portfolio link is here. Then the name is John. Skills. You can see everything that we entered here is now submitted on our Formspree account. And not just this, the email that you entered with Formspree, like for mine, it is this one, my main email. You will also see the form in that email. So I'll just open my email in a different tab and show you how we see the submissions in our email. So I have opened the form submission in my email and you can see the time here 4:59, exactly when the submission was done for our form. And we got the same details as we have in our form: name, email, graduated, skills, date of birth, portfolio. So let's see. Name is John, email, graduation, skills, date of birth, and portfolio. Now we already also got the submit one because I think there's some mess up in our code here. Yeah, so we also have the submit one. We didn't really need that, but you saw how it works, and it is really easy to set up. It does not ask for your credit card, which is actually pretty rare. And in the free plan, you can get up to 50 emails every month, which is actually a lot for your portfolio or landing page. Now, if I open my personal portfolio, I can show you that I'm also using Formspree. So this is my contact form, and if I enter any random thing here, let's say name is not name, let's say John mail at the rate mail.com. Now text area anything. Now if I submit it, you will see it is using Formspree. And if I open my email once again, so you can see just 0 minutes ago I got another submission, and you can see the name is John, email, and all that. So you saw how easy it was to set up Formspree, and it is super useful, saves you a lot of time, and actually works pretty great. Now that's it for this video. I may post a few more videos related to HTML forms, like how to do basic form handling using JavaScript, and maybe a Google form clone project or something like that. So if you are interested in that, please subscribe and leave a like on this video. Thank you for watching and have a good day.